Welcome back to the Hurry Up Offense, fantasy football news and advice in 5 minutes or less. I am Smokey Rameriz, your fantasy football pro. Let's go. Today's topic is trade away, but first, let's get into the news. Oh my God, Lamar Jackson is sitting out of practice because he needs his knee. Apparently, it hurts a little bit, but it may just be a precaution, so keep monitoring because if he is out for some reason, it's time for RG3. Julio Jones is sidelined at practice right now because he's holding his hammy, which comes as no surprise if you saw that game Monday night. He was holding his hammy most of the game, and it sucked. Because with Ridley out, if he is out, or whatever's going on with Ridley, I guess you're going to need to load up on Russell Gage and Zacchaeus. He was a wee little man. Leonard Fournette is still doubtful for this week, and with Ronald Jones dropping balls, which Brady does not approve of, trust me, you're probably going to look toward Keyshawn Vaughn to become relevant if this continues. And last for today, Joe Flacco is expected to start this week for the Jets. Now, Adam Gase is still their head coach, so I don't know who to target, and I don't think it matters. But hey, Le'Veon Bell comes back, expect a mediocre performance. I would wait on this entire Jets team right now until we see how they perform with Joe Flacco, because you never know, it might light a fire under someone. That's it for the news. Let's get into the game theory portion of the show. It's time to trade away. People, trades are an integral part of a fantasy season. I've noticed lately that people don't do it quite as much for some reason, but trades will help you get to where you need to be. The average fantasy football player does not offer trades for some reason, but you should. You want to be the winner. You're the one that is seeking out information to try to become the best in your league. You need to make trades. You will be surprised how many times you actually get accepted on trades that you were thinking you should not hit offer on. This is more about the psychology of the other players, but people are usually not willing to offer up trades because they have a fear of rejection. It goes back to a primal thing inside everyone's head. But if you make that effort to offer trades, sure, you're probably going to get turned down on a few of them, but there's a few of them you will get accepted for, and hopefully they're going to make your team better. Now, don't offer bum trades just to put novice players out of the league, because that's not going to help anyone. They're not going to want to play next year, and you're just being a butt. But always do trades that is going to make your team better, so that you can win that championship. That's what it's all about, baby. Now, some players who we should look into trading. I hate to say this, but I'm looking at Julio Jones right now. This looks a lot like the last few years of Roddy White's career. I'm not saying that Julio is going to retire after this season. He may stick around for another 3 seasons for all we know, but I think his dominance in this league has come to a close. Now, he will still be productive if you need him, but his days of being a first-round draft pick may just be over at this point. So, go out and see what you can get for him. Put him right alongside Kenyon Drake, because, guys, I was really high on Kenyon Drake going into the season, but it doesn't look like he's going to produce like we thought he was in this offense. Now, I'm not sure if it's a disagreement with coach over there or if he's just not feeling like himself, but right now it doesn't look good for Drake. Now, he could still turn this around, but at this point in time, seeing 4 games out of him, I don't have that kind of confidence in Kenyon Drake right now. So, if you can find someone who's looking for a good second-round draft pick who's just not producing right now, go out and get him. Maybe you could turn Kenyon Drake into a James Robinson or something. Maybe you can turn some of these players into a Michael Thomas if the owner of Michael Thomas is getting really nervous and really needs to win now. And I'm going to definitely go overtime this week because I just wanted to point out one more thing. We all know who was in the first round of drafts this season. And I will point out that at least 5 of those guys who went in your first round of your draft is not playing right now. It's been a horrible start to the season. If you, especially like one of the teams I'm on, I drafted at the turn and picked up Michael Thomas and Devontae Adams back to back, and that has not worked out for me so far. But as I said a few weeks ago, stay the course, stay the course, stay the course. These players will be back and they will produce for your fantasy team. Have faith. We see this many times. Maybe not as many injuries in the first round as we have seen this year, but injuries do happen in the first round every season. Stay with it, or trade, or pick up on the waiver wire. Whatever you got to do, guys. Stay with it. Don't give up. That's it for me. Please subscribe to the Beyond Football channel. I am Smokey Rameriz, your fantasy football pro. I'll see you next week. Deuces.